Darkness Live Tribe, here we go.
Hey, welcome. Welcome. Hi, Tiffany. We love Tiffany.
Yeah. Always.
Yes. Good evening, Tiffany.
I hope everyone's got a good start to their week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you had a good start to your week?
I worked last night, so I slept all day, so it wasn't bad, but I slept longer than I meant to and didn't get some stuff done, so it's okay.
I'll get caught up tomorrow. It's the nature of our household, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So, what's going on, husband? What's going on? Anything new?
Well, I mean, we've got...
I feel like I haven't seen you for a week.
I know. We basically haven't.
I know, right?
Hey,
Claire's watching.
We've got some... we've got some stuff going on. Still a lot of stuff in the works that I can't really give much more detail on yet.
Oh, you're so intriguing.
But I know, right?
Curiosity.
Keep that suspense going.
Anyways.
What was I?
You need to take a drink because you're getting sidetracked.
I'm already getting sidetracked. That's
hey,
my.
Ben's
that's
watching
my.
As well. Did we ever decide what we're calling that? That whole thing about every time we get sidetracked, you take a drink?
I had a really good name in mind for it,
Did you forget it?
I didn't write it down,
man.
and so I forgot it. It'll come back to me though.
It will.
Anyway, so we have a few things to talk about before we get our guest on tonight. First off, today is the last day for our slogan contest. So
those of you procrastinators.
You still got till like
got time.
You got till like midnight tonight. I probably won't get it shut down right at midnight tonight. I probably won't get it shut down till in the morning. But
there's still hope.
Obi-Wan
Kenobi.
I plan to actually sleep tonight. So
I know, right? Hi, Kenna. Kenna's watching.
And so that slow something to do with the darkness. That's all. That's the only requirement. You can enter as many times as you want. There's a post on the page, and you can also just direct message the
Darkness Live page.
Darkness Live page with your entry.
Yes.
And like I said, you can enter as many times as you want. So there's that. We have in 2 weeks. I'm getting excited for this one.
It's already coming up in 2 weeks?
Yes. In 2 weeks, we have our next installment of Darkness Tavern Drunk Paranormal. We're going to be having our good friend Lena's birthday party here in the studio, and she's going to bring her cards and her coins and her crystal ball and
I'm hoping she's like totally dressed in like a gypsy. I bet she will be. I admire her like handkerchief things she does. It's so Lena. So Lena. They should just be called Lena's, not, bandana. They should just be called Lena's. You know what I'm saying? Because, they're pretty incredible. So, she's got some pretty ones.
So, there's that coming up. We'll have the whole gang here. Steph and I, and then
Max and
Jamie and Jacob. And then Lena and David will also be here and celebrating, and so we'll have some good ghost stories to tell and drinking games and of course Lena's birthday party.
Yes.
So we're excited about that.
And then Lena will also be on the podcast that following Monday.
Yep.
So we get double dose of Lena that week, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really ecstatic actually about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's gonna be.
We are excited.
Yes.
Excited.
It's gonna be great.
What else was there? Let's see here.
You covered the shirts.
Oh yes. Prizes for the slogan contest.
Oh, you're about to cover the shirts.
You get the if you win the slogan contest. Let me get to this here and. Let's see here. I need to cover that up and uncover this and this. Okay.
Oh,
so,
there we go.
Yep. If you win the slogan contest, you will get to you'll get a one-off limited edition Darkness Live T-shirt with your slogan and your credit on it.
Hell yeah.
It'll have our logo on the front and the slogan on the back with credit to your name.
Oh, I get one.
And yep. There's only going to be 3 of them made, so one for me, one for Steph, and one for whoever wins the contest.
Whoever you are.
That's going to be real cool. We're excited about that, and also I'm still working on it. I will get this up sooner or later, but be ready if you like T-shirts. Be ready.
Joseph's watching. Hi, Joseph. He's just a ball of joy to me.
If you do like T-shirts, we will have these available soon.
Do you have any idea on an estimated time frame?
Well, I've got the designs, I've got the supplier, all set up. We just have to get a little bit of stock ordered to start with, and then we also have to. The website's a thing right now. The website is down for renovation, and finding time to work on that is
Kelsey. Hi, Kelsey.
Kind of an issue, but we will. I'll get it going soon.
Okay.
My goal, my unofficial goal, is to have it by
Halloween.
Well, Halloween would be cool, but I'd like to get it going a little bit before then.
Okay.
My unofficial goal is to have it by
October 13th.
No. By the next Drunk Paranormal in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So
okay, I'm on board with that.
I can't promise that, but that's my unofficial goal. So
I will keep on that. I will keep on asking
there's
daily.
that. Now this is an example of the T-shirt. Is the logo on the front, official tribe member on the back, and it will also add and incorporate the new slogan.
Hell yeah!
Because we will announce the winner for the slogan contest on next week's show.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. We also have some cool stuff coming up in November. Still working out the details on that, but I don't know if it's going to be just like a live on-site show, or if we're going to be able to maybe. It would be really cool if we could set up and do like a live investigation. But I don't know, we just have to see what we're going to be able to do with what we have available out there. So
Claire said, Steph, make sure he sticks
Claire
to the
knows
unofficial
me.
goal.
She knows that's a difficult task. So
Claire, there is a word in every relationship. It's called balance. And yes, I will be on top of that one. Your strengths, my weaknesses, your strengths.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So what's been going on with you?
I had a fabulous day.
Oh, good.
Oh my God, I had a fabulous day.
Cool.
So let me preface this. I'm going to tell you all about my day. Jeremiah has not heard about my day, by the way. And I've been ecstatic to talk to him about it. So here we go. Actually, I don't know if we have time before we need to get her on. Do we have time?
Probably not.
There's I can't add 7 minutes. I'll tell you one thing that happened. Okay.
Okay.
So today, normally I get my Spotify going, and I'm really, very selective on my mood for my music and stuff like that. But today I was just like, I'm just gonna let it ride. I finished out a playlist, and the music just kept going, and I'm like, this is really, it was giving me some really good music today. I was having a great day with my music.
Well, that's always a big plus.
Oh yeah, it was like one after another, random. It was at random, right? And primarily a lot of 90s alternative, of course. But
yes, we're that old.
So I'm not.
Okay, I am.
I'm not old. I'm never going to be old. I will never be old. Anyways, at heart, I will never be old at heart. Gray hair says differently, but I will never be old in my heart. So anyways, let me get back on track. Take a drink, honey. Take a drink. So I'm driving, and then a song comes on, and I just had this realization. I'm like, oh my God, I have to get a specific lyric tattoo. Like, I have to get the lyric tattooed on my body, okay? You know what lyric I'm talking about, probably. The moment that, everything changed lyric for me recently. Mm-hmm. And And then I hit me. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to make a sigil out of the lyric and I'm going to tattoo it on my body. That's what I'm going to do.
There you go.
I know.
That's cool.
I know, right?
That's really cool.
And I'm sitting there.
Sigils.
Well, then here was my confirmation. Okay. My confirmation for this, literally, as soon as that popped in my head, the song Hook by, Blues Traveler came on. And I have to tell you, Jeremiah, that song has never popped on my Spotify random, ever. That was my confirmation.
That's
and
awesome.
I was literally like, oh my God, I'm screaming in my car and Denise is in front of me. I'm following her to our next visit. And I'm like, I gotta call her. And then I was like, no, savor this moment, enjoy this moment, and then call her. So, but yeah, so it just popped in my brain, and I was really, isn't that cool?
That's really cool.
Because, that the song lyric, and it's so funny, guys, because it's actually a song that it's been around forever. It's been around since like Spider-Man 2 came out, whenever that, like 2002 or something.
Yeah,
don't quote me on that because I can't remember.
That's forever ago.
Yeah, like a long time. Anyways, it's actually, if you guys want to know, the song is called Vindicated by Dashboard Confessional. Yes, I love Dashboard Confessional. Always have, always will. And the lyric is, I'll tell them. I mean, the lyric is actually, and it's funny because I've always loved this song, but I've listened to the song, but there was this moment not too long ago that I'm listening to the song and there's this, I've been doing a lot of shadow work in the past, how long? 3.5 years pretty much, but really, really working on shadow work the past
year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half.
2 years.
And so one of my biggest things, everybody's got baggage, and one of my biggest things has always been trust issues, and it has nothing to do with anybody else other than past events have created trust issues for me. So I've always had this like 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing, even with Jeremiah. I mean, even with our marriage, like I've always been a little bit still like held back with totally trusting another person. And which anybody who knows my history, it's kind of understandable why. But anyway, so yeah, I was driving along one day and this song Vindicated came on, which I've heard 50 million times. And there's a lyric in there that says, I'm seeing in me now the things you swore you saw yourself. And that lyric, that one day, it just literally like, I stopped and was just like, oh my God. And yeah, it was really cool today. Actually, I was talking to Casey Hadel. Mm-hmm. That's another conversation. And I was telling her about, this, and this was prior to
She was our guest last week.
Yeah. Mind you, this conversation her and I had was prior to my sigil idea.
Yeah.
Okay. And so she's like telling me, like, that's so cool. You've made this progress. And just, she says a lot of the time it's our what word did she use? Master guides or something like that. Like when you have a really a moment that is just like an instant realization. She said a lot of times that's actually from our she didn't use the word higher powers. She didn't use the word
ascended master.
Yes. Yep. That's the word she used.
In our tradition, that's equivalent to the ancient ones.
Okay, gotcha. And I've heard that term before, but I was just like, oh. She's like, that means you're on the right path, and things are working, and you're starting to make progress, and that's so cool. I'm so happy for you. Blah blah blah. And so we also had a lot more conversation. But yeah, I'm literally on the random playlist. Vindicated came on. And then that hit me in the middle of the song. And then I'm like, sigil. And then as soon as I thought that, I'm like, then Hook came on by Blues Traveler. And I was like, wow, like that's
like my, I don't know, probably my second favorite song from Blues Traveler. I love Blues Traveler.
Yes. Yeah, but it's a good song. Mm-hmm. It's a really good song. Anyways, yeah. So let's talk about, go ahead and introduce our lovely lady that's coming on this evening.
So our guest this evening, let me get this set up and fixed here. Guest info, guest pick, and...
she's so pretty.
So our guest this evening is Michelle. She is the owner and artist of Chellemaart. I hope I pronounced that right. I've read it.
Chellemaart.
Chellemaart.
Art.
Okay.
She's watching, Michelle.
I've never
I'm gonna have
actually
her
heard it pronounced.
I'm actually, I might have butchered it too, but I'm actually going to have her explain why and how to say it when we get her on here.
Okay.
So it's actually a really cool, like, little story.
So, Michelle describes herself. When she describes herself, she says she started drawing as soon as she could pick up a crayon. Art is just something she always lived with. Growing up, her relationship with art was always more of an unrehearsed dance, if you will. And let's see here. I'm going to read this like she wrote it in the first person, if you will. And I was always finding a way to flirt with the darker side of it.
Hell yeah.
Naturally, I made a career out of it by creating gore and other special makeup effects in movies, all while realizing the glitz and glamour of Los Angeles wasn't meant for me. I left and gave it all up, but my art didn't give up on me.
I love that.
It wasn't until about 2 years ago in a psychiatric hospital that I finally learned the dance, and I have embraced my art and my inner demons, my anhedonias, and my emotional vomit.
I love that.
I mean, that sounds like right up our alley.
Oh, so. Heck yeah, it does. And her art is right up my alley.
Yeah,
my God.
It's just pretty awesome. There's a few, we've got some other examples of it here, but there's a few examples in that picture up there. So, what do you say? You ready to bring her on?
Absolutely. Michelle, here we go. I better put my ears in, huh?
Yeah. God, you probably better.
God, I hope she can hear me. You know, I really, really hope she can hear me.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, good evening, Jennifer Scott Green. Claire said she thinks her guide is broke. It's all right, Claire. My guides are not quite always present, so it's okay.
Hello.
Good evening. Hi, Michelle.
Hey.
Girl, you are so pretty. I absolutely love your looking at your face. You're so pretty.
Are you hearing Stephanie?
Yes, I am.
Oh, thank
okay,
God.
Okay.
Then maybe it was because girl, last week our guest couldn't hear me on the microphone like at all, and I'm thinking, well, maybe it's. I mean, she couldn't hear me on my microphone. She couldn't hear me on Jeremiah's microphone, which was working. It was very bizarre. Very bizarre. It was literally.
I have headphones on. I don't know if that's making a difference.
It could be. I don't know, girl. I don't know. But that's okay. All that matters is you can hear me. So thank you so much for being our guest this evening. And I just want to, I want you to, first off, say how to pronounce your shop, your business. How do you say it?
It's Chellemaart.
Chellemaart. And how did you come up with that? I think it's the coolest little story.
Yeah, so it's kind of a weird story. So my art sometimes calls to me in a way, I guess. So what it is when you hear your name over and over and over again, Michelle, you kind of get Shelma. So it's like Chellemaart.
I love that.
Michelle, come do your art, you know?
That is so cool.
Kind of like that.
That is awesome. I love it. I wonder if I was to continually say Stephanie. I don't even know. My name has too many syllables. I'm sure that I could come up with something, though, but that's awesome. So first and foremost, when I stopped by your place and got these prints, oh, my God, girl. Your art is absolutely, like, I could fill my house with it. It's funny because I got home and I looked at Jeremiah and I was like, guess what I'm going to start collecting? He goes, Michelle's art. And I was like, actually, that would be really cool. But no, I'm going to start collecting gnomes. I love gnomes. But anyways, yes, I want to get as much of your art as I possibly can. And I'm trying to figure out, like, these prints you so graciously gave me. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to display them because... they have to be displayed. Like it's a moral imperative. Like I have to put them up in my house. No choice. There is no option here. Okay. So, yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Well, I
So,
hope you enjoy them.
oh my God, I do. I absolutely do. I've been like, I have not, I've kept them, I have not framed them or anything yet, obviously, because we want to show them on the show tonight. But I'm just like, seriously, since I got them the other day, I'm just like, I could do this with them, or I could put these ones together in this room, or I could gather, make this kind of design with them, or yeah, I'm just so overwhelmed with thoughts on how to display this amazing artwork, because this is stuff like I've never, it's stuff that I've always kind of had an affinity for, but I've never found just quite the right artist, and you, my dear, have nailed it, in my opinion.
That makes me happy, especially because I feel like I get a lot of people, that say like, maybe you need to go this way with your art, or maybe you need to go this way with your art.
No,
and
it's perfect. It's
Thank you.
absolutely perfect. I love it so much. And oh God, I showed my girls, right? Like I showed the kiddos, and the girls were just the ones, all three girls are, they love art and whatnot. And so I showed them, and they were just like fascinated. They were just like, oh my God, how does she do that? Can I meet her? Like, that's so cool. Yeah. So can you kind of, for our viewers, can you kind of describe your art style?
Yeah, well, I guess my art started out kind of, I don't know, it's always been, like I said, like on the darker side. I've kind of drawn what I felt inside, but I've always been a little scared to really let out what's in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Especially when I used to make masks and sell those, I would get a lot of people like, "Oh, are you satanic? Or are you part of the Illuminati?" Or stuff like that. And I would get scared, like, "Oh no,
Oh my gosh. So,
and
oh my gosh, go ahead.
It was almost like I was holding back a little bit. And then when I went to the hospital, I don't know what it was. It was just like I started drawing, and there was something inside of me that realized, like, this is what I can use to actually get this stuff out.
Yeah.
My emotional vomit, like I said.
Yes.
Just, my demons, almost like, if I want to get them out and make them beautiful, kind of like to spite them in a way,
Right, yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's really what my art is nowadays.
Well, it is absolutely beautiful. So when you talk about, if I can ask, when you talk about when you had to go to the hospital, do you want to talk about that at all? So it's kind of like it might have been a necessary, not fun experience, but look what happened. I mean, look what came from it,
Yeah, no, it's I don't mind talking about it at
cool.
all. To me, it's
part of you.
I'm sorry?
It's part of you. It's part of your history.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's definitely part of me. It's part of my art. It's part of everything that I've learned from. Yeah, it's a big part of who I am. Mental illness it's not fun. Nobody likes it. But I feel like it's helped me in some ways that maybe you wouldn't think. Like with the shop, opening my Chellemaart art shop, I actually used a manic episode to get that rolling.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So yeah, it can be a positive thing in some ways. And my art and getting all that emotion out, it's just like, it can be dark, but it's also beautiful at the same time.
Oh yeah, and remember, when it comes to our perspective on positive and negative, it's all about your perspective, because, to some people, your art might be like they would associate with negative. Me, oh my God, it's totally positive. Like, I freaking love your art. It's incredible. Like, I'm glad that you found an outlet, a creative outlet, to help you, number one, deal with the stuff going on internally, and two, I have this incredible art to hang on my wall. So I'm very grateful for you.
Exactly.
Yes. So, do you personally have a favorite piece that you've, like, what's your favorite piece?
Well, I'm probably a little biased, but my favorite that I just did is the one of my Taurus demon goddess.
Oh, I have it. Let me show it. Let me show it. Okay, hold on. I gotta scan through my amazing pictures here. Oh, okay, guys. Here is. Let me get closer to the camera. Oh, wait. Jeremiah is going to have to move this picture, but yeah, if you guys can see it. Can you guys see it? I think you can. Yeah, this is one of the pieces that she does. That's her Taurus goddess, which I love, by the way. But I'm a little biased too there, Michelle, because I'm not going to show it yet until Jeremiah gets back and he can move the beautiful lady we have in the center of the screen right now, because I want everybody to, I want everybody to actually see the whole thing and not, a chunk of it. But yeah, your Taurus goddess is beautiful, and I love the blue hair. And I think my daughter, honest to God, if she had her way, her whole head would be that color. But she's a Virgo, so, it is what it is. So, okay, so let's talk about this. So you've got the Taurus, and you actually have done all of the zodiac, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah, the last one, well, not all. I'm working on Capricorn right now.
Ooh, save the best for last, one. Right? Maybe.
Yep, that's what they keep telling me.
Right.
So, yeah, last one. And then after that, I think I'll continue. I'm part of this Facebook group called That Weird Art Group. And
is it literally called That Weird Art Group?
Yeah, it really is called That Weird Art Group.
Oh, I've got to check it out.
No, yeah, it's really the best art group that I found. And if you want awesome art, check it out, definitely. It's the best. But yeah, I post everything that I do on there, and that's kind of where this has really been rolling, my whole zodiac thing, where it's picked up, because all of the models that I've used are from That Weird Art Group.
Man, I wish I would have been in that art group. I would have been like, do me, I'm the Sagittarius, do me, right?
Yeah, and that's what they do. They're just like, pick me, and they'll kind of, I don't know, if I see one that kind of stands out and has like a face that reminds me of, like, hey, you have like a lioness kind of face, or you have a scorpion kind of face, or
yes.
And then I'll grab them from the crowd, and once they are like, yeah, I'll totally be your model.
Yes.
I'll get information from them, like, what's your favorite color?
Oh, this is
your favorite animal.
She freaking nailed this.
Just kind of get information from them that way to kind of make it more personable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And, yeah, I've kind of just, that's how I've been doing the zodiac demon goddesses.
So amazing. So I want to show, I put the Taurus one up there, but I want, if you can, take her picture off the center so everybody can see these pieces, because they are just freaking amazing. So what I would like to do, if you're okay with it, I'm going to hold up one of these and I want you to talk about it. Is that okay? And I'll tell you which one I'm holding up, because it's going to be a little bit delayed from what everybody sees. So, okay.
Let me get back. Okay. There we go.
Okay, so here is, honey, you got longer arms than me. So this one is, it's my sun. It's the Sagittarius. And yeah, so I mean, like, do you do research on all of the signs, or do you just kind of you have a vision with each of the signs that you did, and you just go as it flows, you just keep going with it, or do you beforehand you already have an idea of what you want to do?
I did a little bit of research on each sign, and then again, it was like this was a girl, just a random girl from that weird art group that wanted me to use her as a model, and I chose her. She is so sweet. She was so fun to work with.
Of course, she was a Sagittarius.
Yeah, I had a blast working with her. I asked her what her favorite color is, and she said all colors.
I love
it.
So
that's so that's why it's very colorful. And just kind of going through her Instagram and getting to know her. That's what I came up with, and learning that they're very playful and.
Oh yeah, we are literally like forever child at heart. We're continually living in the moment. We don't ever want to have the idea of being stuck in one place. We love to travel. We're fun people, but boy, can we be ruthless. Oh my God, we can be ruthless. We are a fire sign, so that is in there.
You said it, not me.
I know. I think you should drink a beer for that. Just saying, like you should take a drink of that one. Yep. Okay, so now let's go back. I want to show everybody the Taurus one again. She's biased. She's a Taurus, so this is hers. Yeah, and I'm sure Jeremiah, you'd probably like that one too. Cause
I thought this one looked more like it was modeled after you.
Yes. So yes, my dear, there's the Taurus one. We already talked about the Taurus one, but it's incredible, and I just oh my God, I can't even. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
So yeah, this my 13-year-old daughter was actually the model for this one.
Oh wow.
I did what I normally do. I posted on that weird art group, was looking for a Taurus model. And I told my kiddo, I was like, hey, so I think I found somebody. And she was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, snap. Like, I didn't even realize that, she was considering herself as being a part of the series. And so immediately I was like, well, duh. Right. You're going to be a part of it.
Right.
So we dolled her up, did her hair, and got some pictures, and yeah, she's now a part of the series, and that's my favorite one.
Oh my God,
that's awesome.
That's so cool,
really
and especially
cool.
who you're, That's
sorry.
Amazing. Oh no, you're fine.
She's very into like darker kind of I don't know. She always chooses the villain.
Oh, and heck yeah.
That was kind of why I went with like a darker side for her.
I bet when she saw did she see the progress, or did she just see the final outcome?
She did. She watched as it went along, and she kept saying, I feel like royalty, and she said
awesome.
You're doing me justice.
Now that's a compliment there. Yes, that's a compliment. Okay, so we're going to show the next one, and this is that one with the third eye. Can you kind of talk about this one a little bit? It's the chick with the blue hair, and I think the gauge is probably... yeah.
Yes. Yeah, my 6 eyes. Yeah, that one is very sad. I kind of had that one given. It kind of has that feeling of like, when you're in school and they call you 4 eyes or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're an adult and you should be over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It was kind of like that, like.
Well, I love it.
I don't
Absolutely
know.
Love it.
That's it's very I mean, there is a lot of emotion going on there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. It's oh my god, I just love it. I just love it all. What can I say? Yeah, because I was just kind of like, yeah, like it's like maybe, you know, with the third, especially with the third eye being in there, you know, it's kind of like your intuitive side, the issues and the dark things you have going on, and you know they're coming through too.
I think you see a lot more than I do in it. I'm just like, I think she looks cool. She has 3 eyes and
hell yeah,
sad and
hell yeah.
But yeah, I remember drawing and just thinking like, you know, like how sad that she's an adult and she's still upset that like
she's like an adult living in a little girl's body, so to speak. Yeah. Yeah, but you know that childhood shit sticks with you, you know. I mean, I've still got issues that, you know, I'm still working on from, you know, way back when. So, yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's that same feeling. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you make your dad mad, you just feel like totally like crumbling, like you're 10 again, you know.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yes. Okay, girl. So here's another one. This is the one with the face mask. This is so cool.
Okay, yeah, the Doomed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That one this was definitely one that helped me kind of get some feelings out about everything going on in the world right now with COVID and just, you know, yeah, just a lot of emotion in that. I was just feeling really angry. I think, if I remember correctly, I was kind of going through a little bit of an episode, and it's a lot more sloppy than a lot of my work. So, but I kind of wanted to show that. Just
I mean that there's a.
Well, I love your sloppy then, because
I mean, really, it's
it's a powerful piece,
man. The representation there, you know, it portrays a lot of the mood that's been going on societally lately. You know, it really does.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the vocabulary to be a good art critic.
Yeah,
but
we're not art critics.
I mean, it's.
We know what we like.
Yeah. The emotion is definitely there. I think you captured it very well.
Oh, yes. Okay,
Thank you.
This next one, I love the color, like the colors you put together, and just her. She looks like a badass. Like, you wouldn't want to piss her off. Like, so tell us about this one. It's the one where it's like black and white.
She's just a badass.
She's just a badass.
Right?
Okay.
You just want to be her.
Yes, yes. So maybe you kind of projected a little bit of your ideal you with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one I love just because I feel like she's just you know, she's had enough and she's over everybody and yeah. She's done.
And might I add, you have nailed horns and elf ears or whatever. Like, you have nailed it. Oh my gosh. Speaking of elf ears, so my daughter Bella, she's going to be some kind of, what is she going to be for Halloween? What's it? I don't remember. Some kind of a character from some horror movie. Anyways, so her dad and her other mom bought her some elf ears, and like she came over with them on, and I didn't like pay attention, and then like I like looked at her, I did a double take. I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on here? But anyways, okay, so I saved my absolute favorite for last that you gave me, because, well, I obviously have an affinity to dead things and skulls and the color black, and just anyways, so Jeremiah, here, just show it and then tell us about this one. That's my favorite.
Oh, that one is that the...
she's wearing like the ram's head or goat's head type headdress.
Yes, that's that one's one of my favorites. So that one, it's pretty dark. It's kind of blasphemous in a way. It's kind of got some Catholic influence as well as little bit of satanic, I guess, influence. But I don't know.
I was gonna say Norse. I was gonna say Norse influence.
Yeah, maybe so.
Like
I don't
Viking.
know. I just kind of throw it in whatever I'm feeling at the time. Sometimes it's almost as if like, I don't know. I want to not shock, but like get the darkness out in a way that catches attention, but is also pretty, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then I just grew up with like Catholic religion, and I find that really beautiful. So
tell me, can you tell me about like the little headpiece thing? Not the skull with the horns, but this piece in the very center of it where it's like looks kind of like a moon and maybe some stones.
Yeah, and that's also just kind of like came from me. No, nothing really planned. It all just kind of, you know.
Okay. Well, that's incredible. That is absolutely incredible, Michelle. I thank you so much for all of these prints, by the way. And like I said, now that we've shown them on the podcast, now I can totally put them up on my walls. Like, I'm so happy about it. Yeah, it's incredible. So I want to ask you a question. So that word, I'm not even going to attempt to say it because I'll butcher it. That word that you said when we read initially your biography, and I'm like, what does this mean? Like, I've never heard that word before.
Anhedonia.
Yeah, can you talk about that?
Yeah, it is actually a real term. It means it's like a lack of joy, a lack of pleasure, a complete lack of feeling at all.
Oh my!
It's a very serious depression. It's actually something that I've experienced before. So when I say my anhedonias, I guess I kind of, in a way, like they're my I don't know how to say, my demons. They pull me out of that, you know, in a way.
Okay, but yeah, girl, I had never actually heard that before, and I'm just like, what is this? You know, and then, you know, Jeremiah, like, look, you know, he looked it up, and because had you ever heard that term before?
I mean, I had heard it, but I'm not familiar enough to really, you know, I wasn't familiar enough with it to really just know what it meant.
Okay.
You know, I just heard it in clinical references.
Gotcha. So I want to get back to another part of your biography. So you talked about working in Hollywood, and, you know, talk about that. Talk about what you did and how you got started and all that.
Well, I always knew I wanted to do something with art, and I really loved The Labyrinth.
Oh, me too. Me too. I still listen to Magic Dance as often as I can.
Yeah, I mean, if you look up my art, I think you can see a lot of influence from that movie.
Oh,
yeah. So, yeah, and then when I realized, you know, that stuff was actually made, the animatronics, and that's a career you could do, I was like, that's what I'm going to do. So I went to LA right after high school and went to a makeup school there called MUD, Makeup Designery in Burbank, California. It was pretty cool. Worked on a lot of movies, did a bunch of gore and
wow.
Yeah, blood and guts.
Very cool.
Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I would imagine, like, you know, you see makeup and stuff, you know, especially like the horror movies and things like that, and, you know, fantasy and stuff. And I would think that creating the look would take forever. Like, I would think somebody would be in the chair, and then you would be working on them for hours.
Yeah, it was definitely, oh man, you work like 6 days a week, 12 plus hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot, but it was fun. You kind of like create a small family with the crew, when you're on set. So
like when you're on set, do they give you, like, assign you a character and say this is what we're kind of wanting, or do they give you a picture of specifically what they're wanting, or do they let you just use your imagination and just go for it?
Well, you get a script, and you basically have to go through the script, highlight like anything that involves makeup. If it's anything that involves like building a character, you would like have to get that approved, like, hey, this is what I think the character should look like, and if they want to see this or that, they'll tell you what they want. Directors definitely tell you what they want.
Oh, I bet, man.
Yeah.
I bet they're very assertive. I bet they don't pull any punches either. And they probably also tell you if they don't like something.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I bet it's ruthless, man. I bet that whole business is ruthless.
Yeah, it is. And that's kind of like why it didn't work out for me, I guess. I don't know. It takes a certain kind of person. You really have to be able to, like, sell yourself in a way, like promote yourself as a character, as a persona, as like, this is me and this is what I got, and be really confident. And with like my mental illnesses and stuff like that, like at the time I didn't have that like confidence and that
right.
That ability to like really sell myself and put myself out there. So it was just really difficult for me to like push myself in that industry. So it was fun, but like I said, the art didn't give up on me. It just like stayed with me, just in a different kind of way.
Yeah, you just had to. You couldn't. You had to take on a different aspect of it or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what personally, when you did have that experience out in LA and stuff like that, like, do you have a very memorable moment with somebody that you were putting makeup on, or did you do like the I don't even know what it's called, but it's like you like build up the skin with, I don't know if it's latex or what it is, but to make like gashes and blood coming out and all that stuff. Did you do that?
Yeah, a bunch of that stuff. Definitely. I've built animatronic heads before.
That's cool.
I've done
awesome.
movies where, complete, like, I've done a movie where it had an aborted baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Just
wow.
all the gnarliest stuff you can think of, I've done.
Wow.
Are you able to talk about any of the movies that you worked on?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've worked on. I think you could check out some of them at. Well, it's so funny. I wanted to say like it used to be. You could check them out at Blockbuster. Yeah, it's been a while.
I love it. There's still a Blockbuster sign on Rock Road. Not Rock Road, in Andover. There's still a Blockbuster sign in Andover, Kansas. Yes, ma'am. You remember where the Applebee's used to be, right there on the corner of like Highway 400 and Andover Road?
Yeah.
There's like a Taco Bell in there, and it's on the east side of the... Yeah, there's still a Blockbuster sign.
Wow.
It lives. Oh my gosh. So when you were out there... Yeah, I know. You're totally going to drive there and like go check it out, aren't you? Are you... So did you have a particular director, or any people that you just really couldn't stand working with? If I can ask that.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I just ask, the kind of the vibe that we're getting from the experience, and it was kind of ruthless and everything. Like, was there just a certain, like, I don't know how, so like your company, was it contracted to do films, or was it like, so you'd work with all kinds of different directors and actors and actresses and stuff, or was it primarily one director?
Yeah, no, it was, just, it's all really just, who you meet and, man, I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of the word.
Oh, that's all right.
But networking, yeah, it's all networking.
Okay.
But yeah, so I would work with a couple of the same people over and over, but for the most part, it's just networking and getting to know people and,
Getting
finding
your name
jobs
out
on
there.
your own, like freelancing, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, like, when you're doing that type of work, did they pay you by the hour, or did they pay you per job?
Per job, normally, yeah.
Okay. Man, that's like a wild, like, how would you even, like, come up with an amount? Like, I don't even know. There's probably a standard. There's probably, like, a standard for something like that. And, how do you put a price on art? It's like, I don't know how people do put a price on art. Yeah, that would be hard, I would think.
Yeah, it was definitely, like I said, it was a lot of fun. It was just, I don't know, not for me, I guess.
Well, it probably has, like, you had this totally, like, this idea of what you were going, and you got in there, and then reality hit, like, wait a minute, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And then that was probably a big blow, like, well, what the fuck am I going to do now?
Yeah.
And then, but you, like you said, your art didn't give up on you, and now look what you have. Like, you have this amazing talent, Michelle, and I'm sure that I am not alone in saying that your art is absolutely incredible and it's amazing, and I want all of it. I want all of it. What can I say? So do you have, can you talk about any projects that you have coming up in the near future that you want to tackle, since you completed the Zodiac calendar?
No, I'm so ready actually to be done with the Zodiac demon goddesses.
I was going to ask if you were going to do a male version of each one.
No, I'm ready to be done. I've been a little like on the blah side lately, so I need to like get all of that out. And with these Zodiac demon goddesses, they've been more on the beautiful side, and I don't want to like turn these women into ugly demons, and so I've been refraining from like just making horrible like art.
You could totally turn me into an evil demon. I'm just saying. I would totally be down for that. You can make me haggard and, got teeth missing and whatever you want to do.
So yeah, I think I'm ready to be done. I just.
What are you thinking? Jeremiah's thinking something. What are you thinking?
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna say because I want to sleep in bed tonight.
You don't want to picture me as a ugly demon goddess?
No. Every guy that's watching that's married knows what I'm thinking too. So
well, obviously I'm not a guy who's married, so just saying. So, my dear, one of the viewers has a very specific question. What was the most fun movie you worked on?
Oh, that's easy. I worked on a movie called Guardian of the Realm.
I've seen that movie.
Have you?
I have.
Yeah, I worked on that movie.
Cool.
With Ted Smith. Evil Ted Smith directed that movie with man, I can't remember Wyatt.
Today analyzing current events.
What's happening? Current events are happening. That's okay. Don't even worry about it. No, not even a big deal. Jeremiah's gonna look it up.
Okay,
So
great.
what? I've never seen that movie. So tell us what's the movie about?
Oh, it's about some. Well, you just read it.
Okay.
It's been a while. What is it about? I'm like, I remember all the makeup I did, but man.
I bet it all kind of blurs together after a while. So did you ever get completely done with a look and then you were literally like, oh my God, we have to start over, hate this?
What was that?
I ask if you ever had a situation where you completely got done with a look on an actor or actress and then you literally are like, oh my God, I hate this, we have to start over.
I'm sorry, it's cutting out really bad. Can you repeat that?
Jeremiah, ask her.
She's saying, did you ever have a situation come up where you spent a bunch of time completing a look on an actor or actress or whatever, and when you were done, you just had to like, oh, we've got to completely redo because this sucks. I can't handle this. This is terrible.
Oh, nah, not that I can't remember. It's been so long. I've worked on some actors and actresses that have been very unhappy with their own looks. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, it usually turns out pretty well.
Well, as talented as you are, I can't see it going badly. So, like, can you talk about the worst movie that you worked on? That afterwards you were like, I don't even want to take credit for this ever. Like, the movie was just terrible.
No, I don't think I have any that were bad. They were all really great, to be honest.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I got lucky, really. I always had great teams, great crews. Yeah.
That's so cool. So, so Jeremiah has pulled up on here, like, it's like pictures of the cast and stuff like that from this Guardian of the Realm movie. And so, like, what might we look up to see something that you did? Did you do? Ooh, go back up. That guy. Did you do that guy? What is it? I don't know who that guy is. He looks like a demon of some kind.
To find specifically like what makeup I did in the movie?
Yeah, like how would we go about, like, is there like a clip or something like that you'd be like, oh yeah, that was me, I did that.
Oh man, I don't know how you would go about doing that. Just because with makeup, it's all really a team effort.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
You know, with that kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like
so much like
group effort.
Like, okay, you apply the prosthetic. Okay, you put on this. Okay, you put on the color of the horns. Okay, you put on the wig. Okay, you know, and we're all just kind of throwing blood around and. Yeah, especially that movie. It was. I mean, I could say a few scenes like where I know like that day. Like, oh, I probably did that makeup, but I wouldn't. You know, with the shots, how they get cut and everything, you can't say for certain.
Right.
So, yeah. But
well, now I'm gonna have to watch that movie, Michelle. I'm gonna have to totally watch that movie. I bet we could rent it on Amazon or something. It's happening. It's happening. So, how does your daughter feel about your art overall? Does she love it? Does she like, Mom, what are you doing? Or is she like, this is the coolest thing. My mom's art is amazing.
How does she feel about the what? I'm sorry.
Like overall, like the type of art you do. Does she love it? Does she want to be like you? Does she have a different style?
Oh, my art. She loves it.
I don't blame her.
She's always, in her own way, been also like kind of draws like the villains, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just always draws like the darker side. I even remember asking my therapist at one point, like, "Hey, is it okay that my daughter is drawing unicorns, but they all like have like black hair and they're gothic and you know, or they were all just they're darker, they're like the villains." And she's like, "Yeah, that's you know, like think like Tim Burton or something."
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You know, there's always those people that just see the darker side or something, and you know, it's fine.
You said that you said that specifically about unicorns, and but like a dark natured unicorn. And
Yeah.
I have a specific commission I will pay your daughter for if she will if she can come up with something that works.
Okay.
I'm serious. So
Okay.
we'll talk about that. I have a tattoo that needs to be repaired.
Oh, yeah.
And
yes, it needs to be fixed.
If
that happened long before I was around.
I've always thought about like a unicorn Sleipnir. A Sleipnir is an 8-legged horse, but with a unicorn.
Oh, are you serious?
And a really dark, like almost a demonic type look to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know a fun little factoid, Michelle? So, Sleipnir, is that how you say it? Sleipnir?
Yes.
Sleipnir was Odin. Okay, this is Norse mythology, by the way. Was Odin's 8-legged horse. Well, where do you think Santa and his 8 reindeer story came from? Okay.
Well, that's one of the
possible
origins.
Yep. I just thought that was interesting when I heard that. But so that's really cool. And so let's talk about the Labyrinth. So that is one of my childhood like top 3 movies. Okay, which the 3 actually I can't even nail it down to 3. There's like 5. So it would be Tremors, Beetlejuice, Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, and The Labyrinth. Okay, those are my top 5 when I was little, and being that the Labyrinth, the fantasy and all that, like, have you done any art in relation to the Labyrinth?
Stephanie, I can barely.
Shit.
Yeah, I can barely hear you. It's like
it's fake.
We're slipping back into the old tech problems. So
ask her that question.
So she was wanting to know if you had any artwork that was specifically regarding the Labyrinth or inspired by the Labyrinth, that type of thing. I mean, I know you said a while ago that you have, there's aspects from the Labyrinth style artwork that carries over into most of your work, but is there anything that you've actually done that's specifically related to the Labyrinth?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I actually have I have masks that I used to make. They're, in the ballroom scene of the Labyrinth, with David Bowie and the girl, I can't remember her name in the movie, where they're dancing and they have like the goblin masks. They're really beautiful, but they're like goblins.
Oh, yeah.
I actually, for a while, I created those masks. Some of them I tried to recreate almost exact. If I could, like, I would, freeze the frame on the screen to like kind of see, get the details from it and recreate it. But I took a lot of inspiration too for my own masks, and I sold those for a while. But yeah, so those are definitely, you can still see some of those online as well.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm actually working on pulling up your shop here, your Etsy shop.
Jeremiah, while you're pulling it up, ask her if when she made masks, if she pulled a lot of the art that went into her masks from the scene in the labyrinth where they're at that masquerade ball.
That's what she was just talking about.
Oh,
She did. There were a lot of. She said there were a lot of. She's done several masks that were inspired by that. Some directly and some
I want one.
a little more indirectly. But yeah, she's done.
I want to buy one.
Yeah.
I want one.
Yeah, I don't sell them anymore. Reason being is that they're so intricate, like there's so much little detail in them that it was terrifying trying to mail them to people and
I bet.
get them to people safely. So, and then just shipping cost and that, you know, it was just scary.
Yeah.
So I stopped doing that. Like selling them at art festivals was something I would do in Chicago, and that was fine because, you know, you sell it to them and you're like, here you go, and now it's on you. You get it home safely.
Right. Yeah. That's what we that was kind of a large part of the outlook that we had at some of with some of our products that we used to sell at fairs.
Oh, I'm missing it.
Because I mean they're so fragile. You don't want to ship them, but you know
Yes.
you can hand that responsibility off to the customer when you're selling directly to them at a fair.
Yes.
You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
I totally have a gift for you, by the way.
Exactly.
I totally, can you hear me? Michelle, can you hear me? Shit.
Kinda.
Shit. What about, hold on, let me try your microphone.
Okay.
Can you hear me on his microphone?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, good. So, I totally have a gift for you. I want to bring by sometime this week. And you're going to love it, I think. But yeah, like Jeremiah was saying, there's a lot of, stuff that, you know, like we've had a lot of fairs, you know, like he said, people ask, you know, can you ship this stuff? Well, due to the material, you know, like most of my stuff that I make is clay. And so due to the material, I don't feel like shipping it is a good idea. You know what I mean? So speaking of clay, did you ever do any claymation?
No, not like animation type stuff.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
think-
haven't done anything like that.
I remember watching a documentary about the Nightmare Before Christmas, and it took like 4+ years for them to complete it because of the stop camera claymation. You know, the move an arm just a little bit, move an arm just a little. Like one scene would take an incredibly long time to get one scene done, and I always was like blown away when I learned how long the Nightmare Before Christmas actually took for them to make.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, like you talk about tedious work. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know? So let's talk about paranormal stuff for a minute. So have you, because I mean, hello, we're on Darkness Live. Have you ever personally had anything paranormal or metaphysical or psychic or anything like that happen to you?
Oh man.
So I take that as a yes.
Well,
Oh
my
God.
parents' house, we've always thought that there have been, I don't know what you call it, spirits or whatever, something, energy there.
Oh wow.
So I don't know. I had one experience one time, just one thing that I really couldn't explain. I was at my parents' house, and you know, my parents had always talked about the ghost, and as I got older, I was like, okay, yeah, there's no ghost, whatever. But still being kind of like, you know, the ghost.
Right?
The ghost. And so nobody was home. I had to go into the basement.
Of course.
And I was like, okay, this is going to happen. I have to go down there, and nobody's home. So I lock all the doors, make sure nobody is home. because I don't want anybody coming down there scaring me.
Ooh,
I don't
love
want to
that.
hear anything, you know.
Yeah.
I take the big old German Shepherd dog with me. Like, come on, let's go.
Did he start barking?
We get downstairs into the room that I needed to get into, and oh my gosh, I shit you not. As soon as I get into the room, it was like whatever it was knew that I was already terrified, because really loud, it was like boom, 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 like footsteps, like so loud, like right above my head, and the dog took off running.
You're like, no, come back. Don't leave me.
That dog took off running. I was like, how dare you?
Wow. Wow. So, oh my gosh. So do you believe in ghosts then?
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of
Just rather not know.
have you guys watched Fringe? That show Fringe?
Yes.
I have not.
Where everything's very like scientific, like there's a scientific explanation for all of it, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
paranormal is all explained by like
It's a good show.
I probably should check it out.
Yeah.
Dimensions and, you know, parallel dimensions and, you know, things like that. I'm kind of more on that side, like where I feel like, yeah, there's spirits and there's things like that, but I think there's got to be some kind of scientific reason for it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, Jeremiah and I, you know, we love the quote, like, magic is just science we don't understand yet. I firmly believe that, you know. Oh,
Yeah.
so do you guys want to hear what happened to me today that was kind of like, whoa, my whoa moment today?
Sure.
Do you want to hear it, Michelle? It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do I even start? Okay, so here's where I'll start. So on Friday, so, you know, for everybody watching, I'm sure everybody already knows this, but I work in hospice, okay? So on Friday, I covered a patient that, like, I went and saw a patient that's not mine, but I went and covered a visit for another girl. And I'd been there one other time, and I really enjoyed the patient, okay? Well, let me back up. Friday, when I was at the visit, there was a gal that was working there, and she had on this bracelet. And the bracelet was a really cool stone. I'd never seen the stone before, because, you know, there's so many stones out there. Like, I don't even know if people who are stone gurus could tell you every single, well, maybe some people could, but I have a very limited knowledge base of stones, you know, like, you know what I mean when I'm just talking about stones, Michelle, like, and their meanings and what they're for and everything, you know, you know, like clear quartz and smoky quartz and whatever. So I am talking to this girl, and, you know, I'm like, oh my God, like, that bracelet is so pretty. Like, what stone is that? And she said, I don't remember. If I heard it, I would know it. It's one of those, like, it's on the tip of your tongue, but you can't think of it sort of a thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm literally standing there talking to her, and all of a sudden, I shit you not, in my mind, I hear the word carnelian. And I was like, where'd that come from? Is it carnelian? And she goes, yes, that's it. And I'm like, how did I even know that, right? And so then, you know, it was just kind of a moment like, okay, I literally am hearing things in my head, right? Like, what's happening? And so then, no, get this. This is wild. And so then, so then over the weekend, I had a couple more moments of, like, I'm sitting there and I'm trying to find something or whatever, and literally in my head, I hear what I'm looking for, okay? I mean, it's wild, okay? And so then today, and, you know, remember, Jeremiah, I was telling you about the bracelet and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then today I was with my coworker who I covered her visit for her on Friday. And she was asking me about the patient, okay? And I said, oh, Rose is, I was like, wait, why did I say Rose? Her name isn't Rose. It's blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's weird. Why did I just blurt out the name Rose? Okay. Oh, guys, this is wild. So then I am driving. Okay. I'm driving to my next patient. And I just kind of felt sad. I just kind of had a moment this morning when I was sad. And, another individual reached out to me and was like, hey, is everything going okay? And so I called that individual and we're talking and I'm like, I'm just kind of sad. I don't know, can't pinpoint the reason. I don't know if it was the post debacle that went on our page, or if I just couldn't put my finger on the reason why I was feeling sad. And, this individual's kind of trying to help me reason through it and everything. And everything she was saying, I'm like, well, that is a possibility, like it's very, very probable that, all the negativity and everything's just kind of hit me all at once. And it's just overwhelming with emotion, not positive emotion. Okay. And so then this individual and I started talking about Casey. Okay. Casey Hadel, our guest we had on last week. And I said, we're talking about her. And literally, I hang up with the individual. And then I shit you not, I get a message on my phone from Casey. Okay, out of the blue, mind you, out of the blue. And we were talking for a second. And then I said, can I call you? She said, sure. So I called her and I said, Casey, I got a question for you. I said, I had this thing happen, with this bracelet, and I literally just hear this word that I don't even know, and it ends up being correct. And she said, and I had not told her any of the back history on the rest of the story, okay? And she said, well, Stephanie, I feel like, within the past week, maybe she specifically said maybe Thursday or Friday, she said you have had a young girl kind of attached to you. And she said she recognized that you have clairaudience. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, clairaudience, what? She's like, yeah, she's like, I'm literally seeing this young girl, maybe 11 to 13 years old. And she is literally whispering things in your ear to help you or whatever. And I'm like, this is wild. Girl, her name was Rose. Whoa, I know, right? And I'm like, oh my God, are you freaking kidding me right now? And then I told her this story. She's like, oh, wow. She's like, I'm not sensing that it's a spirit guide for you or anything. She said, it's just this young girl that, wherever you were at, I feel like, somebody in that house either lost a daughter young or, a grandchild young, and her name is Rose. And I'm telling you right now, until she said, once she picked up, since the fact that you can hear her, she said she has latched onto you and she is not going to leave you alone until you deliver a message from her to whoever the message is supposed to go to. And I'm like, oh my God, right?
Oh shit.
Oh shit. And so
I don't need this responsibility.
I know. And so literally, she said, once you deliver a message that she has for whoever, her grandmother, mother, whatever, a person that's, in that house or whatever, she said, then she'll leave you alone. But until then, just word of warning, she's not going to leave you alone. And I was like, oh my God, maybe I don't want her to leave me alone, but then it was even more wild. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Get this shit. So my friend Denise and I, she works with me. We get to the next patient's house. Okay. And we go in and I am telling Denise the story, and she got goosebumps, and we go in, and the patient's wife, she got a package in the mail, okay, a small package, and she's kind of telling us about the person who sent it, whatever. And at first I said, oh, maybe it's a little doll, and she was like, oh no, what? The lady was like, no, and I was like, I looked at Denise, I said, it's tea, tea bags, it's tea. She opened it, it was tea. It was tea. And then even further, I said, because she was reading the instructions and everything, and I'm like, Denise, she's going to start talking about honey. And sure enough, and she's kind of hard of hearing, sure enough, she started going through the instructions, and it was specific about honey. And Denise was just like, oh my God, how did you know that? And I'm like, I pointed to my head, and I'm like, I told you, like, this shit's happening, and it's really wild, and I can't explain it other than I better figure out who the fuck I'm supposed to deliver a message to and what it is, because they're not going to leave me alone until this happens, but I've always wanted to, like, connect with my spirit guides, but I've had a lot of, shadow work and, things that I need to work through to kind of clear open that and be more open and in tune with my guides. And because I'm sitting there waiting, like, okay, am I going to be having a conversation with somebody? Are they going to come to me in my sleep? Like, how do I know I'm connecting with my guides? Well, after this experience, Michelle, I am telling you, like, I can't even, like, what? Like, how do you explain that, It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, though, I think. Like, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hell yeah, it is. Well, Michelle, I hate to say it, but we're about out of time, my dear. This has been incredible, and that hour went by, like, really freaking fast, actually.
Yeah, it did.
This has been so much fun.
Thank you so much for having me. That was awesome.
Absolutely. And don't forget what I told you the other day. Reach out after the podcast, and we'll get that all set up if you want to still. And I'm telling you, girl, you need to make a tarot deck. I told her that. She needs to make a tarot deck. I think that would be incredible. Just saying. I'd buy it. I'd totally buy it from you.
I'll think about it. I don't know.
And shit, you wouldn't even have to, and you wouldn't even have to do the entire tarot. You could just do, like, the major arcana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, yeah.
There's like 20-something cards versus 78.
Is it 78?
Oh,
Yeah. So,
yeah. Oh my
but
gosh.
anyways, well, my dear, this has been incredible. I will, reach out after the podcast, and we will get you all set up with a thing. And I do have a gift for you. I want to drop off at some point this week. I think you're gonna like it. But my dear, this has been incredible. I'm so glad we got back in contact, and you have a fabulous rest of your Monday night. And don't forget, tomorrow's the full moon in Pisces.
Woo.
Put your little Pisces goddess in lights or something, right? So, anyways, girl, well, you take care, and it was so good to talk to you. Thank you so much. Anybody on here, she has if anybody wants to check out her site, she did offer a coupon that we put. It's in the description of the tonight's show.
Well, it's
You guys check
or
that
something.
out.
Yes.
It's in the show announcement. It's not in the show description yet, but it will be.
Now, do you also take requests? So, like, if somebody wanted specific thing done, are you open to that?
Like commissions. Not at this time. I'm not doing commissions, but I will be.
Okay.
I'm, like I said, I'm kind of like, right now I just need to get a bunch of stuff out. And
sure, I get it.
I'll probably be on that weird art group, and I'll probably be pulling some people just randomly.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to join that group and, like,
I am totally joining it. It's literally called that. What's it called? That random art group? No.
It's called That Weird Art Group.
That Weird Art Group.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love the. Remember that. Don't forget that. That weird art group. I love it. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Anyways, well, my dear, you have a wonderful night, and we are going to hang up with you, but we will talk to you soon, and keep us posted on when you are open to doing the commission things, because I have got some really cool ideas that I want on my wall.
Awesome.
All right, Michelle, you take care. Have a good night.
All right. Good night, you guys.
All right. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. Well, that was a lot of fun.
Oh my God.
That was really cool.
She is just like the coolest. She's like the coolest lady. And I mean it, like, when I walked in her place, I was just like mouth open, like, oh my God, and this is amazing. And the masks that she has that, she said she used to do masks and stuff. And they are so just... They scream the labyrinth, like they scream it.
She said that a lot of the artwork that she did when you were away, didn't have your headphones on. She said that a lot of the artwork that she did that was based directly off the labyrinth was off of the ballroom,
the masquerade,
the masquerade at in the labyrinth.
Oh, have you seen the movie The Labyrinth?
Yes, I have. I mean, it's been a minute. But
I'm glad we can stay
I've seen
married.
it, so.
Oh my God, I'm relieved.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Well, you said it yourself about David Bowie. That wasn't me. That was all you.
Huh?
Remember, you were like, I think David Bowie, if he was still alive, he's like the only person I'd be nervous you meeting.
Well,
Oh, love David Bowie. Anyways.
See what I'm saying?
It's true, man. It's true. He's just like this whole I can't even, there's no words. There's no words to express David Bowie. Like, just everything that encompasses him. And to me, I mean, he's just so much bigger than, I don't know. It's just, I can't even talk about it, okay?
You see what I'm saying? Seriously, you see what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. You can understand why I might be a little nervous now.
Oh my God, whatever. Anyways, guys, well, yes, we want to thank her, Chellemaart. We want to thank her. Chellemaart. Okay. Chellemaart. Cool. And you weren't on there when she said how she came up with it, were you? No. She said, if you say her name, like, repeatedly, Michelle. Oh,
okay, cool.
And I'm like, Stephanie, nope. Too many syllables, man. Too many syllables. Jeremiah. Yeah, nope. But yeah, she, like I said, freaking love her art. And when I was about to leave her place, I looked over and there was a witch one on the wall. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's, Michelle, I don't know if you're listening or not, but you should totally take a picture of your witch and send to Jeremiah so he can see it.
Cool.
I'm just like, ah.
Is it one of the prints available in her store?
I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. Scroll through. I'll recognize it if I see it.
Let me shift. There we go. Okay, so where are we at here? We got...
I don't see it yet.
Is it that?
Yep, there it is.
That's cool.
There it is. I think we're going to have to order that.
That is really cool.
Oh, hell yeah, it's cool. I love it.
I like that. Ooh, is that a raven skull?
Yep.
Ooh,
oh, by the way,
like
she also has these really amazing...
Hey, hold up. They can't see you right now.
Oh, they can't. Oh, good God.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
This is what they see.
Okay. So we're good now? I can...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're good now.
So she also... Your arms are way longer than mine. She also... she has stickers as well. And I believe she's got pins, buttons, pretty incredible. And you guys should definitely, if you like her art, which I don't see how you couldn't like her art, to be blunt, go to her shop, check it out. And like I said, she gave a code for tonight. I know, isn't that really cool? You should put that one on your laptop, actually.
I might.
Yeah, put that one on your laptop. I will gift it to you. I will gift it to you. Oh, so sweet. Anyways, yeah, guys, check out her shop. She gave a code for tonight's episode. Put that in the whatever and get the whatever, and it's going to be cool. And the
code is Darkness Live.
Okay.
All one word. Her coupon code for her shop, and I'll put the let's see here. Let me get back to the...
But they're all just so unique. And look at her dark Hello Kitty. That's cool.
Anadonia's Baby by Chellemaart on Etsy. And I'll put the link to it in the video description. It's already in the show announcement from earlier in the week.
Yes.
Or late last week, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Check her out. And the coupon code gets you $5 off of any order $13 or more.
And everything's free shipping, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And that's really cool. So, yeah, get yourself a really freaking cool print to put up on your wall.
Yeah.
Because they're all amazing. And, seeing the originals in person it was incredible.
And I do know you would have to message her to be sure. I do know that she... I know she said she is not doing custom commissions right now. But she can do different sizes and stuff of what's available in her shop. Yeah. But you have to message her to get the details on that. So, yeah.
Yeah,
check it out. It's really cool, and her story's awesome with the everything that she tried, and it's not a failure.
That's what I'm
really
saying. Like,
not.
it sounds like it was success. It's just the reality of everything that came with it. I can't imagine.
Some people just aren't built for some of that stuff. I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be either. I would not be either.
So.
Is the shop in Wichita? I may have missed that.
It's on Etsy. The link is in the video announcement or the show announcement from late last week. I will get it put up in the video description here.
Yes.
But it is Anadonia's Babies. Let me get back up where I can see it. Anadonia's Babies by Chellemaart on Etsy.
And guys, get on there and check out the incredible Zodiac line of goddesses that she has, because oh my God, they're incredible. Like she takes somebody's face and then she turns it into these goddesses. Yeah, and they were actually the sign.
They're fantastical, kind of, mystical characters, but they invoke a lot of emotion. I mean, to me, they do. Oh yeah. Of course, it's not hard to invoke a lot of emotion in me, but I love that. It's just like.
It's like my.
Yeah.
It's like my. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Woo. But yeah, I have my action. I think it's so cool. She put that in the I have my Sagittarius constellation tattoo. So, yeah. I love the coloring and just... Okay, we're rambling now. We better get off of here.
Yeah.
But we hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Maybe I'll get more insight from this little lady or this little girl or whatever that she keeps... Isn't that wild? Like... Yeah. And when Casey told me her name was Rose, I got goosebumps.
I imagine.
Because I literally had that whole slip up of... Oh, Rose? No, I mean, yeah. And I was just like, oh my God. Anyways, so I've decided I'm going to start collecting gnomes, by the way. Super excited about that.
Yeah.
Love gnomes. Yep. Anyways, that's a little side piece right there. You should probably take a drink for that one.
Say what?
You should probably take a drink for that one.
I have drank a lot this evening.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, this is what's left in that bottle.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I'll get it over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was over half full when we started.
He drinks enough for both of us.
And there was also 2 beers involved. So.
Okay, now I can kind of hear the slippage on the speech a little bit.
The what?
Slippage on your speech a little bit.
Yes, I'm slurring a little bit.
Yeah, it was about time for us to get off here. Good thing we don't drive, right?
After
the podcast, we don't drive.
We just got to walk across the yard, so it's all good.
We're good. So I also got coined the Spider Whisperer today.
Spider Whisperer?
Yes, there was a big wolf spider in one of the bathrooms we were in, and my coworker goes, "You're the one who likes spiders. Spider Whisperer, do something about it." I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
That's great. I love it. So yeah, guys, you've got till probably in the morning to finish submitting your ideas for our new slogan. And we've
got some really good entries. So, if you have anything to contribute, get it in there.
Do it.
Because you never know what's going to turn our head.
Oh, I know. We've had quite a few that have turned my head so far. It's going to be hard to decide.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is going to be hard to decide. So you guys, we'll be back next Monday. It is Labor Day. I believe it's just going to be Jeremiah and I. I don't believe we're going to have a guest on.
It's still up in the air on the guest.
Is it still up in the air?
But we'll see. It may just be me and Steph, and that's okay if it is. We'll find something cool to talk about.
Oh my God.
We always do. Yeah. So.
We just sit for hours
and
hours.
We can talk for hours.
Anybody who knows me would say, yeah, that's right.
Anyway, you guys have a good night, a great day.
Thank you, Michelle, for being our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. That's Beauty and the Beast.
Put our magic to the test.
You got the lyrics wrong.
I don't care.
Okay. All right, I'm done now. You guys stay safe out there. Have a great Monday night, and we will. Don't forget in the morning to check out Jeremiah doing his little thing with his 3 little shows he does. And
I'll throw a rune cast on Huygens Runes, and I will talk about tomorrow. We're getting out of the shadow work part of reigniting your passion with Imagine Greater Things, and then
I don't even want to talk about that other one.
IMHO. It might be a little bit in your face this time, but that's okay. So IMHO is going to be fun.
And I will not be part of that one. Anyways, you guys have a great night, and we will see you back here. Well, I will see you back here Monday. If you tune into his stuff tomorrow, you'll see his beautiful face. There's a story behind that, actually. You should tell him that story real quick before we go.
No.
No?
We got to go. I'm drawing the line. I'm drawing the line.
AKA, he's had enough to drink, so I don't know. Anyways, all right. Well, you guys be safe out there, and we will see you next Monday.
Have a good week.
Until next Monday.
Don't be afraid of the dark.
Don't be afraid of the dark. I had to say it one last time. Bye, guys. We love you all. Take care.